Hey folks, Stefan Krajisnik here from the Clarion-Ledger, coming to you from Mississippi State's recruiting lounge here at Davis-Wade Stadium, where Mississippi State just took down number 17 Texas A&M 42-24. An all-around impressive performance for all three phases for Mississippi State. You got a blocked field goal in there, return for a touchdown, an under 300-plus yard game with 3 touchdowns for Will Rogers. But I thought the story of the day was really Mississippi State's defense. Zach Arnett's unit, came to play against a struggling Texas A&M offense, a shorthanded Texas A&M offense, one playing without their leading receiver, Ananias Smith, but still plenty of weapons on that offense. And Mississippi State had a game plan ready to go, and I think a lot of it was ignited by the veterans that Mississippi State has on defense. You look at guys like Nathaniel Watson, who picks up a strip sack there late in the first half to keep A&M scoreless going into the break, and he gets ejected in the second half early on with a targeting call. And you got guys like J.P. Purvis who kind of step in. So you lose Nathaniel Watson, but you kind of show his worth and what he was able to relay in practices and things like that to some of the younger players like Purvis who stepped in and made plays. On top of that, you look at before Watson's strip sack in the first half, you have Colin Duncan force a fumble with A&M in the red zone there in the first half as well. As I mentioned, Forbes coming around to block that field goal later in the game. I mean, guys like Jet Johnson, Tyrus Wheat getting big hits throughout the afternoon, propelling Mississippi State to its biggest win of the season. Now at 4-1, that loss against LSU seems like a distant memory because you got a Mississippi State team that is right back in that national conversation to be in the top 25 rankings. But the test only gets tougher from here. Everyone talked about this stretch that's coming up, particularly this 3-game stretch that started with this game against A&M. State wins that one, but ideally you still go 2-1 or 3-0 in that stretch, and the task ahead is an Arkansas team that maybe won't be ranked after their loss against Alabama, and then beyond that is a trip to Kentucky before going on to face teams like Bama and Auburn and Georgia and Ole Miss down the stretch. So things are getting excited. Mike Leach called it the home stretch of the season. It's definitely the biggest stretch of the season, and Mississippi State gets off to a strong start, once again beating Texas A&M 42-24. Make sure you keep up with all our coverage as the season continues at the Clarion-Ledger.